Hello, everyone. Welcome to this. This is PWME's WWE Battleground 2016 review. I'm your host, LK from ProWrestling.me and KocoSports.net. That's KocoSports.net. It's where the world goes to get catch. Home of combat sports to bubble, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Do you, the internet infantry, the loyal listeners to this show, give the show a win, give the show a loss, or give the show a tie? I'm going to give it a strong tie. Aspects of the show I enjoyed, aspects I didn't mind, and aspects I truly hated, as per usual when it comes to a WWE event. But as a whole, the wrestling, the in-ring aspect of this show wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad for WWE standards at all. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, just to summarize here, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn was absolutely magnificent. I think the main event triple threat match was magnificent. Ending and the actual illogical reasoning of having Big Match John win this match, that match itself was actually a decent match from a perspective. I thought the women's tag team match wasn't too shabby. As a whole, I don't think it was that bad. So I'm looking forward to an interesting and curious to see what other people thought of this show, because I haven't really been on social media at all, because I fell asleep last night, so just 19 hours I was awake, and I thought to myself, and I asked Koco this as well, would you rather me stay up, do this review tired, or go to sleep, do this review chirpy, awake, during the day? And I got a day off today. I'm catching up on G1. I'm up to day 3, and I'm going to be doing mega reviewing. I'm going to do night 2, night 3, night 4, night 5, all in one hit in one show. So that's going to be like a marathon. And I'm only covering the block matches, so it only take like 5 hours or 6 hours to actually watch them. 2016 took place on 24th of July 2016 on the pre-show before the show actually began. We saw a tag team of Tyler Breeze and Fandango defeating Jimmy and Jey Usos in 5 minutes 26 seconds according to Wikipedia. No notes. I didn't take no notes because I didn't even think I was going to review this show. I thought someone else would have reviewed it, but they didn't. So usually, look, I always take notes on my shows. Like, that's my gimmick. I take notes over here. My desk is just full of them. Like, any show from the past 2 weeks, I pretty much got there and in my drawers down in the desk below, but I didn't take any notes, so bear with me if this isn't the best review you've ever seen in your life, because I just wasn't expecting to do this show. I thought someone else would have done it by now. But in the event, 5 minutes, it felt like here's 2 SmackDown teams. I still cannot grasp my head around why there's tag division on Raw and tag division on SmackDown. Why don't we make tag team division exclusive for SmackDown, women's division exclusive for Raw? So obviously you have that third hour, so you can actually, focus and highlight the women's wrestling on there. Maybe give it a whole hour. If you have the full division, all 12, you could actually give that hour. I don't know, 13 if you include Bayley. But that's if you include, I don't know, we'll touch on her in a minute. But at the same time, do you know when you're shocked when someone wins, but at the same time you're happy? Like, I was very happy Fandango won, because I'm a fan of Tyler Breeze, I'm a fan of Fandango, and I hate the Usos more than anything on the planet. I really, really do hate the Usos. I always have. I always will. There we are. I think they bring nothing to the table, and I think they're a bona fide waste of time. I honestly think they're a waste of time, and it's just something about them. I think one of the things for me personally is they do the same thing single match. Every single match is identical. You could literally name a Uso match right off the top of your head now, but this match itself, and I'll be honest, I was actually looking forward to the pay-per-view after that, because I'm like, oh, okay, normally, we have the pre-show match, it normally stinks, but this pre-show match was very good. I enjoyed it. It was short, sweet, to the point. Breezango got the win, which is very good. But this is one thing I like about the brand extension and the draft, is that Breezango, we can actually give them time and story, because they're actually a top team on SmackDown. So you kind of don't have a choice but to build these teams, and to build these teams, you have to have them win. I can see an Uso heel run against a babyface American Alpha. I wouldn't mind seeing an American Alpha debut against now Breezango, obviously, because Breezango now heels, obviously. Now with a win, their stock rises, especially against the Usos. I mean, even though no one likes them and they haven't won a match in a while, they're still the Usos. So in the end of the day, that's still that. Then we have Sasha Banks and a mystery partner, which turned out to be Bayley, defeating Charlotte and Dana Brooke in around about 7.5 minutes. This was okay, nothing special. Like the crowd was magnificent for Bayley's reaction. They really, really were. But dude, I didn't mind this. I thought it was really strange, the actual dynamic of the match of having Bayley get a hot tag and obviously her clear house, but then her do the heel heat stint, the babyface in peril. I found that really confusing. I thought, but then again, they're having Banks versus Charlotte for the women's championship. I'm assuming, if it's 1-on-1 anyway, at SummerSlam. The dynamic of the match to me was, I don't know if it was flawed or if it was done that way so that both women could shine. Because you had obviously Bayley with her comeback and obviously her momentum growing. You also had the same with Sasha Banks. So it's a bit confused as a whole as to what's actually going on here with the dynamic of the match. And I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, but maybe I'm the only imbecile who did. But to me, when I'm thinking of that match, that's all I think about. Like Sasha Banks did get the win, making Charlotte tap out. Obviously now I'm assuming because of WWE logic of the way how the WWE system works is if you knock off a champion, you get that champion in a championship match for some reason. And that's bullshit. I'm not a fan of that. It's just how it's been done now. For so long, you're just accustomed to it. But yeah, so Dana Brooke, I don't know if it's the gear she wears, but I think she's put on a bit of weight. The chubby cheeks. Like, sort your shit out, Dana. You've been to be this fitness model. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. As a podcast, I'm in better shape than you. They're in a 6-man tag. Very disappointed in this. Wyatt family defeating New Day. Wyatt family breaking news had a win on pay-per-view. Non-title. This is how unimportant this pay-per-view is. This was one of the issues I had. It just felt so unimportant. You had the Wyatt family defeat the New Day. Okay, I'm not saying that's not important. But the tag champs were not defending their tag titles, but they were in matches. Later on, you had, who else did you have? You had the women's champion not defending her championship, because it just makes, when I see champions in non-title matches, unless it's story, like this, like that New Day I can understand, but the opening, like I don't like that. But anyway, back to the original point of Sasha Banks and Bayley, it'll be interesting to see if Bayley will be traded or brought up to Raw and SmackDown, because obviously I don't read the NXT spoilers, so I don't actually know if Bayley's on the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 show. I've done a pretty damn good job so far of avoiding that. It's like avoiding the plague, trying to avoid the NXT spoilers. So damn unbelievable. The night is dark and full of spoilers is my motto. But there were some nasty spots in it. Like when Big E did that dive through the second or third rope. Let's see. That was ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. Like he landed straight flat on his neck. How many months now have I been coming on here and saying Big E needs to stop, move, because he's going to hurt himself? And it gets the crowd going, but damn. I mean, Woods look great in this. VIP of the match here is definitely Xavier Woods. He had this flurry of offense, which is just the way he was setting it, everything, the way he was moving, the way he got the comp. That's a star. Like, that's the first time me seeing Xavier Woods of actually thinking, okay, that's a star. You know, he did this gimmick where Bray Wyatt hypnotized him, but he snapped out of it and just started beating. Bray Wyatt got the win with their sister Abigail. Obviously, Bray Wyatt was on the top draft picks for SmackDown. Interested and curious to see where Bray Wyatt goes. Obviously, he's on SmackDown. Do we see him as a heel or a babyface? Because obviously the New Day are babyface. Does that automatically make Bray Wyatt a heel? Cheered? I don't know. I don't know. If they are heel, you know, the babyface to heel, you know, it actually, well, because normally in the heel to babyface before this brand split, he would be like number 6, number 7. So he's actually number 3. So he's going to be booked very high up the card. And I'm looking forward to seeing him maybe main event a pay-per-view for the first time in his life, or just see where he can go. Interesting, maybe a Bray Wyatt Randy Orton feud could be in the mix. These Styles, we've seen Bray Wyatt, Cena, been there, done that. Don't want to see that again. You know, maybe Bray Wyatt and Baron Corbin. If Bray Wyatt goes the babyface route, Dolph Ziggler. but I never want to see Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin wrestle another match. They wrestled a house show on Saturday, and I just cringe when I look at the results. We'll move on. We had Rusev squash and Obliviate. 7 minutes wasn't really a squash, but I like to tell people it was. Obviously, you guys know I don't like Zack Ryder, and lots of people ask me still to this day. Ryder. And I remember it was a live comment show on my preview for Battleground yesterday. And why is I still to this day, 6 years, no, 5 years, 5 years later, I still get upset about the fact that over by a YouTube show. Morals and my ethics are that you should earn your spot on the card. The harder you work, the more you work, the better you work, the higher up the card you should be. So that way, the top person, the top dog really is the main event. YouTube show bitching, complaining, and got higher up the card instead of going out there, keep improving, improving your character, improving everything about your game, your whole array of everything. And he didn't do that. He made a YouTube show, bitched and moaned on social media, and then, excuse me, oh Jesus, sorry, burp that. Oh Jesus, Doritos chili crisp. Oh God, bitched and moaned and complained, and then got what he wanted. So with that, it sends the message to the guys that, wait, I've been busting my ass and I'm not getting anything. This douchebag over here, what's he done? He made a YouTube show. Why don't I just bitch and moan? And now you have a roster of bitch and moaners. Bertie, just off the top of my head. He is the guy who set the standards for bitching and moaning like a cunt. I'm sorry, I've always hated Zack Ryder for that moment, and I always will. I think he's a bona fide Class A cunt. Human being. Match of the night, as you can tell by the title. Sami Zayn defeating Kevin Owens. My God, this is magnificent. Just the last 8 minutes. Just watch it. No words that come out of this English mouth will do this justice. Match of the night. Match of the year, maybe. It's better than their payback match. Some of these half and half suplexes were magnificent. Oh God, Zayn went from a slingshot or a springboard moonsault to the floor, and his head and shoulder landed on the apron. I shot up like I was lying on my bed, and I just shot up like, fuck, he's dead. Like, oh, and I was so happy when it was okay. I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna carry on. And the storytelling at the end where Sami Zayn hit the hell of a kick in the corner, just crumbled into Sami Zayn, like, don't do it again. Zayn like kind of rested him in the buckle. You're like, interesting, and then he hit it again just to show no remorse, payback for all the Zayn to end this feud, end this rivalry. From Raw, I wanted to see KO and SmackDown on the blue ropes on Tuesday nights. He's on Raw, and I'm going to be honest with you, that annoys me, because if this was really built as the last time you'll ever see these guys on the same show in the same building, minus obviously the big four, this could have been really special. But because I knew, okay, these guys are going to be on Raw tomorrow night, I'm going to see them again tonight in the same building, maybe even the same match if it's a tag or a six-man. You know what they're like with rematches. Well, we do. And that really concerns me. That really, really does concern me. But this match was magnificent. Really good. If there was a match I'd recommend you to watch from the show, it would be this. It was really top draw pro wrestling. And you could just tell these guys didn't come from WWE. Indies, you can always tell by how hard they work, how fast, like the pace was just so freaking quick, but they knew when to slow it the fuck down. There was several rest spots that were awesome where the crowd were on their feet for the minutes. Absolutely sensational. Zayn's reaction. And speaking of, again, I've touched on this quite a bit the past few days. Dynamics. If this was Sami Zayn talking about babyface, if this was joint roster like before, he's only number 6, 7. Because it's split in half, he's automatically number 3 or 4 babyface in the company. Which means if you've got a heel champion and you've had him face the number 1 babyface, you had him face number 2, you had him face number 3, and you got a B-show pay-per-view, you could happily throw Sami Zayn in the mix for a WWE Championship match. Obviously, the WWE Championship's on Raw and SmackDown, after the main event. And we kind of don't know the scenarios of how this is going to work yet. There's still so many questions we need answering, which is a joke after a draft, and we still don't know what's really going on. And like like Greg Hamilton and JoJo were doing ring announcing all night. Like what? Like, and I was confused because JoJo did the main event, but Greg Hamilton did a few championship matches. I was confused. Like, done the JoJo Raw, but what about Lennon Garcia? Like, I was so fucking confused. It was beyond belief. Mauro Ranallo, by the way, he was on the pre-show. He was not main card. And Cole, I just want to touch on Cole. Before I forget, because I've got no notes here, I'm just going on the fly and just talking out my asshole. Cole did, I can't believe I'm going to say this, in the main event, Michael Cole did a fucking phenomenal job. I don't know if it's the competition of SmackDown's Mauro Ranallo stepping up, but my God, Michael Cole was actually a very enjoyable, entertaining wrestling commentator. The way he hyped that main event. 15,107 people in this building, all here to see the Shield explode for the WWE Championship. Where is it going to go? 2 men from Raw, 1 man from SmackDown. Bell rings, away we go. Like, fucking good commentary, getting me pumped for the show, for the main event, sorry. So, Michael Cole, if you're out there watching this, of course you are. I tilt my cap to you, my friend. Natalya defeated Becky Lynch by submission, went for a pierce, didn't watch. Miz defeated Darren Young. No, oh my God, this was so fucking frustrating. Dumbest things I've seen in about a week from last week's Raw. This is how it ended, okay? This is legit how it ended. Took his shirt off, a 60-plus-year-old man. Darren Young on the floor applied a chicken wing. The bell rang. Why did the bell ring? I'm sat there thinking in my mind, why is the bell ringing? I'm literally looking at what? Why is the bell ringing? Miz pushed Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund didn't get involved. It wasn't to a count out. It was ended in double disqualification, but no one did anything illegal. And I'm sat there thinking, this company sucks major fucking cock and a disgrace to every great pro wrestling company out there. And I apologize to New Japan Pro Wrestling and PWG and Ring of Honor. Unbelievable. So 2 matches on a trot after that amazing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match that just really deflated my mood. Natalya Becky Lynch, I didn't even watch because I don't care. I didn't even know who won. Who won? Natalya. It's interesting. I now know Natalya won. By submission, so I'm guessing a sharpshooter. Miz and Darren Young was pathetic. 8 minutes and 41 seconds of my life I'll never get back. I need to probably watch the last 2. I'm not going to waste my time on that bullshit. The club defeating I Wish. Big Match John did it again. Enzo More and Big Cass. First defeat to the club, which is AJ, Collins, and Luke Gallows. Now, my thoughts were, you have a 6-man tag, so that either AJ can get the win on Cass, AJ can get the win on Amore, or Cena could get the win on Anderson, or Cena could get the win on Gallows. Okay, obviously, because then he can still have some, respectable hype. A Big Match John match coming up at SummerSlam, of course. Okay, I'll take that. That's acceptable. So what did they do? They could have had AJ beat Cena, and then you're like, oh my God, or you could have AJ beat Cena by cheating. So you're like, oh, Cena wants his revenge at SummerSlam. They don't do that. They don't do any of those options I just read. They're all pretty decent options. They did Cena beating AJ clean in the middle of the ring just to make him look like an absolute Class A cunt. I was so fucking fuming. This is the problem. Us hardcore fans, us hardcore wrestling fans, we know AJ. We know his New Japan. We know his TNA. We know his Ring of Honor. We know what a major star he is. For people who aren't hardcore fans, AJ is a joke. He lost against Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. He lost to Roman Reigns at Payback. He lost to Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. He beat John Cena by fluke, by cheating, by his cronies coming in and being 3-on-1. He loses to Cena in a 6-man tag. Heck, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows have won more matches than AJ. AJ sucks. That's what casual viewers think. And it would have been so simple. You could have had AJ pin Cass. You could have AJ pin Amore. If you want Cena to win that badly, pin Gallows. pin Anderson. Don't pin your money man in AJ. And if I dare see one comment, but okay, maybe we can do a rubber match at SummerSlam. They were going to have a SummerSlam match anyway, hence why this was a 6-man tag. You could have had Cena to pin Carl Anderson, and then AJ from behind, low blow Cena, stars clash, club get their heel heat back. They could have done anything, but they didn't, because they do what they do every single time and have their boy Big Match John win. And that really pisses me off. He can never lose clean. AJ looks like a joke. And it really pisses. This guy is your number 2 draft pick, and he just jobbed. He jobbed. He looked like a tit. Absolute joke. No heel heat after. No attacking Cena after to get your heel heat back. Nothing. Nothing. Sick. Absolute scum of a company. The cheek to sign this man, to take him away from New Japan Pro Wrestling, to bring him here and do this to him. Is this a punishment? Because if it is, it's a cruel one. AJ has not won a pay-per-view match in 5 months. 5 months. That was the last time I won a pay-per-view match. 5 months. Okay? He lost in his opening. The guy loses. Okay, that's what he does. He's an embarrassment. The way they booked AJ is a fucking embarrassment. I take offense to that because I'm such a huge AJ Styles fan. I went. I wish there was a live reaction video to see how mad I got. I was fuming at this. Out every wrestler I could have on this pedestal there. I have AJ signed one there from Rev Pro and New Japan Pro Wrestling because he's my boy. You can protect anyone, protect Roman Reigns. Just when you involve my boy AJ Styles, that's when I get into a mad one. I've loved AJ Styles since about 2008 when I got into TNA. He's the guy who kept me in TNA. He's the guy who made me realize, okay, there is other stuff than WWE out there. He's the guy who did that for me. And I'll always appreciate that. And I always appreciate that. If it wasn't for AJ Styles, I wouldn't have continued to watch TNA. And I wouldn't have been able to watch alternatives like Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground and New Japan Pro Wrestling and Dragon Gate and Progress and Rev Pro. And I'm going to Rev Pro next month, August 12th, to watch Vader and Will Ospreay because of AJ Styles. He got me into alternatives, and to see him treated this bad. This guy was on the Tokyo Dome earlier this year against Shinsuke Nakamura for the IWGP IC title, and now he's doing this. What a joke. Joke. Stupid fucking company. It's fucking garbage. Absolute. At this point, I turned it off. I swear on my family's life, I turned this off. I'm not even joking you. At 3:20 a.m. in this morning, I turned it off because I knew if I came on here tired, beaten up, massacred, in pissed off rage, I'm going to bury the whole show, and it's not going to be a fair review. It's not going to be an entertaining review because I'm going to be so pissed off. I was fuming. I was furious. I was frustrated. This company is scum. I hate watching it. It makes me angry watching it. But at the same time, I have to watch it because of this channel. If I did not watch this show, no one would have reviewed this show. And then no less views. If I don't watch Raw, the Raw doesn't get reviewed. And it's a shame because this company has potential. I don't want to hate it, but aspects. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. That brought me back to the show. When I woke up, I thought, God, that Sami Zayn KO match was fucking awesome. Shield main event that I'm about to talk about next. 18 minutes of just pure entertainment. These guys worked hard. Reigns got booed out of the building. They did this awesome spot where Ambrose and Rollins did the Shield double powerbomb through the table on Reigns. Reigns then Rollins, then from behind attacked Dean Ambrose like when he turned on Ambrose, and oh god, it was awesome. Reigns hit the spear on Rollins. I'm there crying and pulling my hair out, and then Ambrose hit the dirty deeds on Roman Reigns to continue his punishment for failing the wellness policy. So Dean Ambrose retains. Shane and Daniel Bryan celebrate like they won the World Cup. Excuse me, WWE Championship now on Raw, SmackDown, sorry. And are they going to introduce a new World Championship tonight on Raw? Are we going to get a new set? Are we going to get a new look? We know we have a new commentary team of Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Byron, the piece of shit Saxton. JBL was so funny. Oh, dude, JBL was hilarious on commentary tonight. I'm going to miss you, Michael. Not you, Byron. I come to like Dean Ambrose, but not you, Byron. Like, he just rips the shit out of Byron Saxton. and I could listen to anyone rip the shit out of Byron Saxton all night long. We'll get to some live comments. I know it's 1:30 p.m. UK time, so I'm really, really not expecting any live comments. And if we do, I'll appreciate that a lot. But I'm expecting this to be a comment-driven heavy post-show once it's processed, once it's uploaded on the YouTube channel. I apologize. I haven't really broken down the match move for move like I do New Japan and usually Raw and SmackDown and Ring of Honor. But dude, Styles beating Cena is the only way to go to SummerSlam. If AJ loses, that's Cena's buried him. Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much. That's from Lich Richard. Styles beating Cena is the only way to go at SummerSlam. Yeah, dude. The thing is, though, you could have Cena lose for the next year, and Cena's still going to be over. Which is why I don't understand why you can't have AJ beat Cena. The thing is, I'm like, okay, they put the 6-man tag together, okay, so that one of those 4 could take the fall. That's understandable. I'm like, yeah, cool, that's fine. I'll take that and run with it, because obviously we're building to the bigger picture of Cena and AJ. But instead of that, they did this weird thing of having Cena beat AJ clean. Like, not like dirty finish, clean. And no heel heat after the match is just a joke. No wrestling company in the world would have booked that. But they get away with it. They get away with it because they're WWE and they do no wrong to some people. And to those people, you're a joke. Just like the company. Unbelievable. But yeah, the main event was awesome. Dean Ambrose won, celebrated like crazy. The SmackDown roster came out. Big match. John shook hands with Ambrose. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. Maybe an Ambrose Cena match at on the pay-per-views after for SmackDown exclusive, while AJ can feud with another heel. I'm looking forward to an Orton AJ Styles feud, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. That feud to me is my dream. Like if, for instance, the WWE Championship gets changed to Raw because of Dean Ambrose losing the title, and the main event of a pay-per-view is Orton AJ, that's fine by me. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that match could be absolutely fucking phenomenal. Well, yeah, the idea of Cena and AJ at SummerSlam's good. I like Orton Ambrose could be a good program. Looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to Raw tonight for one reason only. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Obviously, no WWE champion, no world champion. Are they going to introduce a world title? If they do, are they going to have a tournament? What are they going to do about the cruiserweight title? What are they going to do about the women's title? What are they going to do about the tag titles? I'm interested. I'm genuinely curious in Raw tonight. So we'll be reviewing Raw live tonight. I've got a day off today, so I don't have to go to work. So I'll be able to catch a little bit of sleep about 11:10 to wake up at 1 to review Raw for 4. So join me live for your Raw review tonight. I appreciate everyone watching this live. And thank you very much for the question, Lich Richard. Appreciate everyone who comments post-show. I apologize I didn't do the Raw review, Battleground review live last night. Just obviously I was, as I've explained throughout the show, just tired, beaten up and battered and bruised. Thanks so much for watching the show. Leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you check out Mr. Dave Koco's book, Operation Freak Show. It's kind of like a wrestling book, but not. But you should buy it just to support Mr. Dave Koco. Also check out ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net. There's a Patreon. There's a merch gimmick down there in the description box. So check out all the great links in the description box. Check out NXT review. Check out one of my G1 reviews. Check out Ultimate Lucha Dose reviews. Check out Ring of Honor's reviews. There's so much content for you guys to check out when there's not anything going on live. So thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well, because it is a fucked up world out there. From this Englishman, I'll be catching your asses down the line.